I really have to say I pretty much did it my way. And I was criticized for that early on in my career. I got to looking around and everybody, including the prominent trainers like Charlie Whittingham and Bob Wheeler and Laz Barrera, were sitting in front of 20, 25 horses, and yet some of those horses didn't fit the class race at Santa Anita, and some of them would probably be very effective in stakes in different locations. So I got to thinking about it. I thought the best way to please my clientele would to be make every horse effective and profitable. It takes an extreme amount of operational direction. You have to be all over it. And I was young and aggressive, had a coaching background, realized that I couldn't coach every player, that my assistants had to help me. So I adapted that same principle to the racehorse industry. And our legacy may be as much for turning out top assistants as it would be for all the champions that we had. I mean, people are starting to relate to that. As you get older, they turn and say, well, that guy went through that program, he worked for Wayne, and so forth. And it's really been very gratifying to see that. It wasn't as difficult as you think. Everybody had to have a great work ethic. I worked them right into the dirt. I always tell them, we're only going to work half days. What you do with the other half is up to you. 12 hours. We're going to put in 12 hours, and whatever you do with the other 12 is up to you. So we worked them hard, and we expected a lot from them, and they handled it. Got a little bit of a corporate image. People would say, well, I don't know if he's a horse trainer, but he sure is a good organizer and he's got a corporate mentality and an organizer, and a great manager. We got a lot of that. And then these champions started coming along, one right after the other, and I think we overcome that over years. This is America. The American way is to do your best and to achieve. That would be, this is not a socialist country where they say you can only make so much and do so much. No, the sky's the limit. You need to think big and have big things happen. I think any of the major stakes, the Traverse or the Hopeful or the Belmont or any of those always stand out. They're the ones where the pictures are still on the wall. I think my Belmonts, the race itself, the Belmont Stake is a great memory. I think next year, I think I got a great shot to win it next year. I love my 2-year-olds better than my 3-year-olds right now. I really like my 2-year-olds. And I wake up around February and I realize that I'm going to take another run at it. I really feel I'll win another one, maybe a couple. I'm going pretty good. My stable's smaller, but my quality's pretty good right now. More than anything. For every stakes winner, every champion of our 26 Eclipse champions, Horse of the Year, none of that stands up to the fact that I can watch Todd Pletcher and Karen and Dallas Stewart and Mike Maker and George Weaver and those guys go over there. And I looked at a stakes race at Saratoga and I thought, oh my gosh, there's 5 of my guys in here and there's only 9 horses. When I say my guys, they'll all have one in there. And for Todd to break all of my records, and which I think he eventually will, there's some of them might stand for a little while, but it's very gratifying. I love it. I love it.